I'm Mariah. I'm going to be talking about transactional data, what that is, and why we think it's valuable. So everyone in here is looking for new client growth, I would hope, otherwise we might be in the wrong room. And we know that it can get pricey finding new customers, and so we need to be challenging ourselves with innovative ways to find new clients. There's thousands of transactions happening every single minute. They're flying by, and they're a lens into who your customers are. So really quickly, some fast retail facts. There were 41 billion transactions in 2018. It's a lot of data, big data, beautiful data, some might say. And we're all adults here. The majority of us have households, so over 79% of US households have credit cards. Can anyone tell me how many credit card transactions or card transactions happen every second? No biters. How about this lovely gentleman in the front right here?
I have no idea.
No idea. How about that lovely gentleman back there?
150 million.
Oh, you're making me look bad. 2,000 card transactions every single second. So that's very scalable, tons of inventory, and how many, by a show of hands, are Amazon Prime members? Ooh, that's a lot of us. 95 million Americans with Amazon Prime accounts. That's almost 1 in every 3 people, and I think we've shown just in this room that almost every person has a Prime account. This is super valuable because these are wells and wells of important information, and in the right hands and with the right tools, this data and this insight can be more valuable than gold. So let's do a little bit of a group activity here. Here's a sample of some transaction data. So can anyone here tell me a little bit about this person or this consumer? Woman, okay. I think we feel strongly this is a woman. Traveler.
Works at TSA.
Ooh, works at TSA. Drives an Acura.
It's a woman.
Sephora.
$293. No guy's spending.
Yeah, so this is my transaction activity. So thank you for being kind. I'm sure I'm not the only one who spent, yes, $250 at Sephora. It's happened. So this is really valuable. I think you guys hit the nail on the head. You found out I worked at the search agency somehow. You found out I go to Sephora. But I think what would be really interesting and really exciting is what if you can tap into this data and not only know that I shopped at Wayfair, but what kind of couch was I interested in purchasing? I went to Boba Time, but what kind of boba did I get? All of those are very valuable and important anonymized data that you can receive. So who's doing that very well? It's Amazon. Here's a look at some more of my transactions. This is like a healing process for me to go through and just cleanse out. So you knew I like to travel, you were right, but you can see I bought a travel adapter that has a little bit more detail as to where I could have went. You can see some command hooks, right? Maybe I'm into home decor. All of those details and those insights are available for us to tap into, and how exciting is it in this time and age that we can reach users with these specific messages, right? I have a dog and she wears a size extra small raincoat. She also has a really bad back leg, and so she could be in use of some veterinary care, right? And so I think a lot of times when we talk about transactional data, the B2B people, maybe lead gen, think, this isn't for me, I can't sell my product on Amazon. But what if you could still reach these users even though you're not actually selling your product there? So at the search agency, testing is within our DNA. And oftentimes we're getting the challenge of how do we scale and reach new clients while still maintaining some of our efficiencies and goals? And as a bunch of the people who came up before me shown, we're really great at delivering efficiency. Cost per visit, cost per transaction, ROAS, all of those metrics we've proven that we can hit. But we need to challenge ourselves and figure out ways to be innovative and reach the same amount of growth using machine learning like we talked about, utilizing audiences, maximizing first-party data to reach new client acquisition. And looking at credit card statements and details like this are really great, powerful nuggets of information that are going to tell you about your new customers. The importance of transactional data is that this gives you the signal of the life events of who your customer is. It tells you who's in market, but also how your consumer spends your money. If you looked at the example of my own personal data, how would you message to me as a brand if you knew more insights about what I'm interested and what I'm purchasing? So the good news is we do have access to this very exciting new data. Amazon obviously is the great disruptor, and we know Walmart wants to be like Amazon. Target, all of these companies are heavily investing in new ad technology that's all powered by transactional data and transactional signals. And now we want to make it available to everyone at the search agency. So I know I mentioned a little bit about how this is sometimes seen as B2C, but if you know your dog if you have a dog buyer that buys organic adult dog food, could they need veterinary services? If they have pricey car repairs, could they be in the market for a new vehicle? Self-help book for starting a business, could they need a new business loan? If someone's purchasing frequently at Home Depot for home improvement products, could they possibly be in the market for solar panels? Bought an SAT book, maybe they're in the market for a new college. All of these are different behaviors that we can identify as in-market segments for new client growth. So we're kind of already using this with a lot of our clients. Some of us are importing this data into LinkedIn, targeting job titles. Some of us are using Amazon and first-party data. Smart shopping has been really successful for some of our clients, and that's using some of these transactional signals. Remarketing, you know how that works. Similar audiences we've talked about, and customer match. So leveraging all of our first-party data to either upsell or find users similar to your current clients.